are you today? I'm Rainy and I am happy that February is almost over. As I am filming this, it is February 28th, Monday, the very last day of February, and I will not be sad to see February go. I did not enjoy the majority of February. So I am kind of celebrating the end of February with a hopefully month-long, maybe like split into two parts, vlog of my reading and possibly my stitching for the month of March. There are so many readathons going on, and as many of my viewers will be participating in. And also, there is a stitching challenge for the month of March called March Stitchy Madness. And it's run by the Steel City Stitchers, who are based out of Pittsburgh, which is near my hometown. So, like when people ask where I'm from, and a lot of people do this, and I'm sure a lot of people in other areas do this, you pick like the closest big city to you and say, oh, I'm from the Pittsburgh area. That's pretty much what I do. I'm not physically located in Pittsburgh, but I'm in a town close-ish to it. So, but anyway, I'm about ready to go to work, and I just wanted to kind of tell you my plans. So, you know that I'm going to participate in March Stitchy Madness, and I already put up my first poll on Instagram. So if you follow me on Instagram, for the first half of the month, I will be putting up polls for the different March Stitchy Madness rounds. And I think I'm going to do this like every couple of days. And I will pop up my bracket here. But then also, I will put up a poll for each round and ask you which one do you think that I should start today or feasibly the next day for like a couple of days. And then I will go to the next round, and until we get to the ultimate winner, which is supposed to be fully finished, you know, like in a frame or a hoop or whatever you want to do. We'll see if that actually happens. But I'll link the Steel City Stitchers announcement video below if you don't understand what I'm talking about, because honestly, I don't always understand what I'm talking about. And this is my first time doing this, but so yeah, that's what I'm doing. But I already put up my first round bracket or choices on Instagram, and Luck of the Irish by Priscilla and Chelsea, the Stitching with the Housewives, won. So, which I kind of thought that it might. So, being that it's March. So, I'm going to start stitching that tomorrow on the 1st and see how far I get within 2 days, and then probably on the 2nd, like early in the morning on the 2nd, I will put up my poll for what I will start for the 3rd and the 4th. So that's kind of my plan. That's what I'm hoping for. On the reading front, we have the start of middle grade March and March Mystery March Mystery Madness. And I am actually going to start one of my Mystery Madness books today, I think, during my breaks at work. So I will be starting Jasmine and Jealousy by Lovett. This is the 14th book in the Port Danby series. And I actually did not read the back, so I don't know what's going to be going on with this. And I really can't tell you much about it anyway, because it's the 14th book in a long-running series, so it would probably spoil you a lot for me to tell you anything. So, but I really want to, her next book in the series is called Shamrocks and Shenanigans, so I definitely want to get to that one on the 17th. I plan to start that one, and these are very short, so I would like to get this done within the first couple of days. And then tomorrow, I keep trying to like avoid this horrible light that's coming in. Then tomorrow on the 1st, I'm going to be starting 2 buddy reads. I'm going to be reading Final Draft by Ellie Alexander with my friends Tara and Amanda. And it's basically a short story, which we didn't really know. It's like 56 pages. So we're just going to read it tomorrow, we think. And then hopefully, or tomorrow and the day after. And then I'm also going to be starting for middle grade March. I'm going to be starting a buddy read with my friend Jessica of Premeditated Myrtle, which I have been really wanting to read for a long time. So, and this is also a mystery. So this would go for March Mystery Madness as well. And I think we're going to try to take about a week to finish this one. I'll be reading it on audiobook, but yeah, that's good that we're still taking a week because I am reading like 3 other things. So, and then I'm also going to be starting just casually Les Mis. So I will with my friend Felicia. So we're going to take like 6 months for that though. So I'm not like worried about getting a certain number of pages done in that because I have a lot going on in the first couple of days of March. So I'm not even sure that I'm going to start that actually on the 1st. We'll see. But yeah, so I thought I would pop on here today, Monday, to start off the month, basically end the month and start the month. I don't know if I will be able to come on and talk for the 1st, so I might just like, show you little clips of what I'm working on and such. But yeah, I'll try to be more consistent with these vlogs, at least for the month of March. So, all right, I'm getting attacked by the light and I got to go to work. So I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hello, friends. Well, this is definitely going to become a 2-week vlog at the very least because it is now Monday, the 7th, and we're already through the first week of middle grade March, and I didn't film anything. Oh, this isn't starting out terribly well, is it? Well, actually, I might throw in, before you see me talking, I might throw in some, like a montage of some pictures that I took throughout the week of various things that I did, things that I stitched, that kind of thing, but I haven't done a reading update. So yeah, I'm really doing well at this vlogging thing this year. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just know it's been kind of not a hectic month, I guess, but just I haven't been home a lot. Well, I don't know if I said this in my intro clip, but I've had some car troubles. I got a new, to me, car in August of last year, and recently I thought it was a minor issue. And it has now been in the shop off and on for like 2 weeks. So 2 or 3 weeks, like I'll bring it home and the thing that was wrong starts happening again. And so I have to take it back and all this stuff. So I finally was just like, hey, keep it until you know that it's not doing that thing anymore. Like, I have ways to get to work. I don't, like, I need a car, obviously, but I don't, like, it's not my only form of transportation. Like, I have family that can take me where I absolutely need to go. So it's been at the shop for at least 3 or 4 days at this point, and I just got it back. So all that to say is I've been staying more often than not at my parents' place so that they can take me places, which means that I don't really film because I feel awkward filming around them. So anyway, I will put in some pictures of this cute place that my dad found, and it's about, I would say, 25 minutes away from where I live, and it's a bird watcher's store. I had no idea this existed, and like, I'm not like a super aficionado at birds, and neither is my mom, but my mom really loves watching the birds outside of their house. They have a feeder, and she just loves to look at all the different birds that come, and she's like looked them up to see which bird it is and everything. So she's really gotten into that. So this bird watchers store is what it's called, the bird watchers store. It has like this big picture window that leads out onto their property, and they have a bunch of bird feeders and different things, with like squirrel feeders and things out there. And they have this um, bench and with a bunch of chairs, and you could just sit and watch the birds. So we went up there on Saturday, and my mom just sat and watched the birds, and I did too. But I also like walked around the store. I didn't buy anything because I live in a condo. I don't have any place to put bird things. But there were a lot of like gifty things and all that. It was cute to walk around and see everything that they had, but I restrained myself and didn't buy anything. Because, aforementioned car problems, I probably should curtail my spending a little bit because that was an expensive repair I was not expecting. So, but anyway, what have I been reading? I have to get to work soon, so I better stop jabbering. I've only finished 2 books so far in the first week of Middle Grade March and March Mystery Madness. And those were, let's just talk about them. Final Draft by Ellie Alexander. I'll put the picture up here. This was a short story in the Sloane Krause mystery series by Ellie Alexander. I had been reading the series with my friend Tara from Buzzwords Books and my friend Amanda. She used to have a channel called her Pacific Northwest Washington Life. And we had been reading the series. I think there were 4 books in the series before Ellie Alexander's publisher dropped the series. So we were all really upset because we really enjoyed the series. It was about it's about a real life town called Leavenworth, Washington, and the craft brewery scene. So we all really enjoyed that aspect of it because you don't get that a lot in cozy mystery series. So we were all really upset, and then we found out that Ellie Alexander was, I guess, more or less self-publishing a series of short stories, I guess, is the plan. And then I think she's kind of starting her own publishing company, maybe. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I think I just saw that recently, so I have to delve more into that. But so anyway, Final Draft was told from the male protagonist side, which we normally don't get. The main protagonist is Sloane Krause, who is a woman, and Garrett is her kind of counterpart. So, and potential love interest. But so we got his perspective on this in this story, and it was okay. It wasn't the greatest. It wasn't what we're used to from a Sloane Krause mystery. Tara read some of the author's notes, and it did turn out that she wrote this kind of along with her fans. I don't really understand how, but maybe like they gave her ideas and she wrote it based off of their ideas. Sorry, I gotta check the time here. Okay, we're good. But yeah, it was just kind of, I don't tend to be a short story person anyway. I don't really feel like you get enough depth and plot in a short story. And this one was just kind of cute. You didn't really get the brewery scene. You didn't really get a lot of the characters that we're used to. Got some of them, but not a lot of them. And the ending was sort of to us out of character for some of the characters. Their actions didn't seem like something that they would actually do, and so it wasn't the best of the Sloane Krause. It was a little bit of a disappointment, but considering she wrote it with her fans and it was kind of what some of the fans wanted to see, then okay, that's fine. That's fair, but it wasn't really what we were really expecting. So I gave that like 3 stars. It was fine, but it wasn't anything spectacular. And then the next book that I finished was for both Middle Grade March and March Mystery Madness. And that was Premeditated Myrtle. And I forget the author's name, so of course you'll see it up here. And I read this on audiobook. I buddy read it with my friend Jess from Instagram. And this was really fun. I loved buddy reading it with Jess. I think this was our first buddy read. Was it? Or am I? No. We read an Agatha Christie earlier. But anyway, we just really enjoyed this. We checked in every few chapters and kind of discussed our theories about who did it. It's set in England at Victorian London. And I think it's a little bit of like a middle grade Sherlock Holmes retelling kind of a thing. Not like blatantly, but I haven't read enough Sherlock Holmes to really know, but I think that's sort of the idea of it. And Myrtle is she's not an orphan. She is the daughter of a lawyer, or solicitor, and she has a governess because her mother has died. And it was just really cute how because her father's a lawyer, she's very into the law and solving mysteries. So her neighbor goes missing, and this starts a whole thing. Obviously, there's a murder involved, and she gets involved. Her governess gets involved, and there's just a whole funny cast of characters. I felt like the characters were really well written, and I really enjoyed the audiobook narrator, which I forget her name, so I'll try to remember to find it and put it down here, but she was really good. And Jess and I both decided we really want to move on with the series. I don't know how many there are in the series, but I do know it's a series. So we really enjoyed this, and I highly recommend it. We gave it 5 stars because we were both pretty stumped by until towards the end. I kind of suspected who it was towards the end of the book, but up until that point, I had a totally different person in mind and never even thought about somebody else. So, yeah, I thought, hey, for a middle grade book, that either shows how well it's written or shows how bad I am at solving mysteries, which I am pretty bad at solving mysteries, but we'll go with it was really well written. So, but anyway, I need to get to work, and those are the only 2 things I have read or finished reading. So I will come back, hopefully tonight, and I will show you what I am currently reading, or what I finished today, because I actually am hoping to finish an audiobook today. And I'll also show you the crafty projects I have been working on, because I have been working on a lot of crafty projects. So, all right, friends, I will talk to you soon. Bye. Well, hello, friends. Happy Tuesday night. And it's been a few minutes, of course. And I think I told you that I was going to show you my stitching in the last clip. Yeah, I'll have to show you that in another clip because I'm not prepared. So anyway, it is only Tuesday, and it's been already an interesting and busy week, and I am exhausted when I get home from work. So hence why you're seeing me like this, because I came home from work and immediately put on my PJs and put my hair up on top of my head. And I thought, you know what? We're all friends here. So anyway, I am about to have a glass of wine, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to oops, sorry, I'm trying to put it down. I don't know if I'm going to stitch, or if I'm going to physically read. I just don't know. But anyway, I just finished on audiobook Mrs. Jeffries' Dust for Clues. And this is the second book in the Mrs. Jeffries Victorian Mystery Series. I think that's what it's called, or a Victorian mystery series. I don't know, but it's by Emily Brightwell. So it's a modern day author. It's a historical fiction cozy mystery series. So I'm going to be reading through this series with my friend Jessica from Instagram. I'll put her her Instagram handle down below. I don't know if I can link Instagram handles here, but I'll write it down below. But anyway, she has a lovely Bookstagram channel. And we decided every couple of months we're going to read a Mrs. Jeffries novel. So we're on the second one. And it was very intricate, this one. It was short. We read it in like 2 days. And I think we both listened to it on audiobook, but I think she was also following along with a physical copy. I just had the audiobook. So it was very intricate. There was a murder of a girl that it was kind of a gruesome murder, surprisingly, for a cozy mystery. I mean, they didn't go into too much detail, but they talked about like the decomposition of the body. So if that kind of grosses you out, maybe skip this one. I don't know. But oh, sorry. I'm not used to holding my phone anymore whenever I film. So anyway, there is a murder of a girl or like a young woman, and she's very, very decomposed. So they aren't really sure that she's who they all think that she is. So yeah, without like saying too much about the plot, that is the like basic premise, is trying to find the killer of this like sort of unknown girl, but they all think they know who she is, but they're not really sure. And like lots of things happen from there. So it's oh, and I should say the overall idea of the Mrs. Jeffries novels, mystery novels, is that is a Victorian time frame. Mrs. Jeffries is the like lead housekeeper of an inspector for Scotland Yard. Inspector Witherspoon is his name. And he's kind of like he kind of happened on this inspector job, and he doesn't really know what he's doing. He gets really grossed out by dead bodies, which isn't really great when you're the inspector for like the homicide unit. And so Mrs. Jeffries and the staff at Inspector Witherspoon's estate basically help him solve murders without him knowing that they are helping. So it's really cute. I love the cast of characters. The audiobook is really good. I need to like look up before I start filming these who the narrator is, but I will try to remember to link all these audiobook narrators down below. But she's really good. She's definitely, I think, for real British, because there's one kind of American Western lady in this series, and her accent for this lady is kind of funny. I mean, it's no different than like Americans trying to do British accents, and we all think we're so good at it, and we're really not. It's kind of like that. But she does a decent job. It's just kind of comical, but really, like Westerny type accents, are usually kind of comical whenever they're put on. So I'm not faulting her. I just think it's funny. But anyway, excuse me, I keep having to edit out coughing fits, which is like par for the course with me. But anyway, that was what I finished today. And then I just started Claret and Present Danger by Sarah Fox. This is the 4th book in the Literary Pub Mystery Series. And we follow Sadie, who is the owner of I forget what the name of the pub is, but it's a literary pub. I forget what it's called. It's been a long time since I read one of these books. And I actually did not read the synopsis of this one, but I just started it, and so far we're having like a medieval times type of experience in the town, kind of like a Renaissance fair, sort of, which is, I love that. That's great. So I am excited for this one. I'm buddy reading this with my friend Tara from Buzzwords Books, and I think we're going to try to read like 5 chapters tonight. So I should probably, while I'm drinking my wine and having my snack, I should probably read this. So I also do have it on audiobook though. So I may just read it, or I might listen to it on audiobook while I do some stitching or something. And then I was going to try to finish Jasmine and Jealousy today, but I just didn't have time to read at all. I didn't really take any of my like short 15-minute breaks today. So I didn't really have time to read during the day. I read a little bit after work, but I probably will not finish it today, but hopefully tomorrow. That's the plan. We'll try to finish it tomorrow. But I really love this book. One of the characters, Lola, is really driving me nuts in this one, but I kind of got spoiled for like how possibly this book ends as far as the character Lola is concerned. So I'm not really worried about it. But as of right now, she's driving me kind of batty because she's acting like a spoiled little brat. So, but that's kind of how she is anyway. But so that's about it for now, friends. I am going to go drink my wine, maybe drink some potato chips, eat some potato chips, maybe do a little bit of stitching, and just try to wind down from a very hectic Monday and Tuesday. I was like literally exhausted yesterday to the point that I just like didn't do anything. I did read, but I just like I couldn't function when I got home from work. And today I have been yawning all day long. And I think, well, partly it's because I think I live in a condo and there's like a 16-year-old boy and his mother, obviously, that live beside me. And sometimes this boy makes so much noise in the middle of the night. Like, what the heck is he doing? He's like, things are falling, and his room, I guess, is like beside my room, basically. And it wakes me up in the middle of the night, and it's so annoying. But I don't really know what to do about it, because, I mean, what are you going to do? It's a condo. I can't tell her to, like, keep her son quiet. I don't know. So anyway, I'm very tired. But, yeah, and I'm rambling, so. All right. I will catch up with you when I finish another book. All right. I got to do some middle grade reading. I'm just doing mysteries. I need to do some middle grade. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Good morning, peeps. It is. Peeps, where did that come from? I don't say that word. I was watching a Instagram story of a lady in Australia that I watch, a scrapbooker, and she says peeps. So that's where that came from. Anyway, just a short little check-in. It's Thursday. I still have yet to finish another book, but let me grab for you what I have been reading and tell you about my plans for the day. So, the book that I started reading this week is Claret and Present Danger by Sarah Fox, and I'm reading this with my friend Tara from Buzzwords Books. This is a really easy read physically, or it would have been, except for my week has been absolutely crazy at work. I have been the only clerical there all of this week. I think, hopefully, I didn't get a call off text from her this morning, so hopefully she'll be back today. But yeah, the other lady has been sick all week. So I have not gotten any reading time. Like, no, I haven't gotten any breaks at work other than my lunch break, but I usually spend that with my mom. So I never read on my lunch breaks unless she can't come and meet me. So, but anyway, so I have resigned myself to listening to the audiobook of this book, which I do like the audiobooks. They are available on Scribd, and the narrator's pretty good. I like her. So this follows Sadie, and she is the owner of the Inkwell Literary Pub in a town, I forget, Shady Creek, maybe? Vermont? I don't know if that's a real place or not, but Vermont is a real place, but I don't know about Shady Creek. Probably not. Um, and it goes to a kind of like a Renaissance fair. And during the course of this, one of the kind of cast members, one of the entertainment acts, dies and is murdered, basically. And one of her. No, wait. Am I getting. Uh-oh. I'm reading Two Cozy Mysteries, and I think I'm getting. Oh, no. Nope, this is right. In both books that I'm reading right now, the main character, one of her friends and coworkers, is accused of the murder. So Sadie, is going to try to figure out who the real killer is because she knows that her friend did not kill this person. So, Tara and I just yesterday got to the part where the friend is arrested for the murder. So it's very fast paced. I actually read a little bit ahead of where we were going to read because I was just so caught up in it, and I was at work listening to it, and I got caught up in it, and all of a sudden I was like, oh, I think I went too far. But that's okay because Tara just caught up with me. So this has been good. And the other one, I'm not going to dig it out of my work bag, but the other one I'm still reading is Jasmine and Jealousy by London Lovett. And in that one, too, the main character, Lacey, her friend, is being accused of a murder. Of a guy that owns a food truck that parked in front of, or parked in the town square, and then he kind of does some slanderous things to some other businesses, and then he winds up dead. So her friend who owns a local business they all own local businesses, but I'm trying to be vague, gets accused of the murder, and obviously Lacey knows that she didn't do it, so yeah. Oh, and there's a new character in town, in the form of a, on the police force. So that is why it is kind of going haywire, because we don't particularly care for this new member of the police force. So, but anyway, that's all I've got for you. I need to pick up a middle grade series, and I actually have a an audiobook saved called A Time to Dance, and I cannot pronounce the author's name, but it is set in India. And I think that I might start that this afternoon since it's audiobook. I might listen to my chapters of Claret and Present Danger and then move to A Time to Dance. That one, I believe, focuses on a young girl in India who is a dancer of traditional dance, I guess. And she has an accident, I believe, and cannot dance anymore. So it's kind of her story of that struggle. So I'm interested to read that. I've had that on my TBR for a few years, and I forget where I heard about it from. So if you were the one who has read this before, and you recommended it on your channel, let me know, because I forget. But all right, I better go to work. So I will check in with you later. All right, bye. Hello, friends. This is apparently the vlog where I just sit on my couch the whole time and don't really show you anything and have mess in the background. So I was just editing my vlog for this 2-week period. It is now the 14th of March, so Monday. So I'm just going to end the vlog here today. But I wanted to let you know that the last 2 books that I read or that I talked about in my last clip, Claret and Present Danger, and Jasmine and Jealousy. I have finished them both, and I read both, and I loved both of them. Blah blah blah. I will say that in Claret and Present Danger, there is a lot of romantic-y stuff that goes on between two of the characters. And as somebody who doesn't really care for that, it was a little bit like eye rolly. But I mean, it wasn't bad because the one thing I like about cozy mysteries usually is that they're pretty tame. I'm not one that likes like a lot of sexy times or anything. So I mean, there wasn't anything like that, but it was a lot of like, oh, he just took my breath away, and there was like a Shakespeare. Now, I will say there is a scene where the one character quotes some Shakespeare to the other character, and it kind of was like, ooh, okay, you got me there, okay. But in general, I was having a lot of eye roll moments when they were talking to each other and different things that happened. I don't know why that one scene was just like, ooh, okay. All right. Yeah, just, I mean, that's fine. You're great. Okay. We love you. Please marry the main character right now. Okay. So, yeah, that was nice. And then Jasmine and Jealousy, the one thing that I had already been spoiled about, happened. So that's cool. And I will be starting the next in the series in my next vlog. And so I'll talk about it there. But so yeah, my main focus for the next 2 weeks is to read more middle grade because I only read one middle grade. Yeah, one middle grade so far this month. That is unacceptable. So the next 2 weeks are going to have to be very middle grade heavy because I mean, like, what was I doing? I mean, I was reading a lot of mysteries, obviously. And even the one in middle grade I read, Premeditated Myrtle, was a mystery. So I guess that's just the mood that I'm in right now. But anyway, I have some things I need to do. I also realized that I didn't really show you any of my stitching in this vlog. I'm very sorry. I couldn't get it together last week. Yeah, it's been a rough it's been a rough week. So, I will try to be better about that in my next vlog. So stay tuned. I will show you more of my stitching, because I'm like a little bit calmer about it all now. I also feel like I'm probably going to film a floss tube, a dedicated floss tube, this week sometime. So look out for that if that's something that you're into. But until then, I will see you in my next vlog, which probably will be at the end of March, because I guess I'm making these a 2-week vlog. So, all right, friends, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.